Year, what's going on? We're back on another episode of Tell Me. Yesterday was a little crazy, short, sweet, 5 game slate. Went 3 for 5. Little rough night, but it's a bounce back day for us today. 10 game slate. It's looking lovely. Um, Without further ado, let's just get right into it. It's a long slate, 10 games today. Before I do, make sure you guys hit the like button, comment, subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into today's NBA action. First game up is the Chicago Bulls playing in Charlotte against the Hornets. Chicago laying 2.5 on the road. Charlotte on the back end of, Chicago on the back end of a back-to-back. They played last night at home against the Raptors and lost. They were laying 6.5 and they lost. I told you guys yesterday that the Raptors were on the do not bet list. They lost like 6 in a row. They go into Chicago and they win. I told you guys I didn't like that game. Didn't trust that game. Can't trust Chicago. And you guys see why. No LaMelo Ball for Charlotte. Um, I mean, Chicago is the better team. Chicago shouldn't lose this game. But that line at 2.5 is a little weird to me. But either way, I can't bet on Charlotte. So give me the Bulls tonight. Not gonna make it into my final play. They should win comfortably against the Hornets, but that line is telling me something different. But either way, not betting on Charlotte. So give me the Bulls tonight. Next game up, it's the Detroit Pistons playing in Cleveland against the Cavaliers. Good news for the Cavaliers is Evan Mobley is back. He came back last game. This would be his second game back. And Darius Garland is in the lineup. He is going to be playing most likely tonight. He is questionable, but he is in the lineup as of right now. And I think that's why the spread is at 13.5. But Cleveland, as of lately, has been going crazy. They've been balling. They're 9-2 over their last 11 games. We saw last game that they beat the Clippers, and we were on the Cleveland Cavaliers that night to beat the Clippers, and they beat them. Cleveland currently is 12-10-1 against the spread at home, and Detroit is the worst team in the league. But being that they're the worst team in the league doesn't mean that they're covered against the spread. They're 10-11 on the road, so um, it's Cleveland for sure tonight. Cleveland definitely wins. They win comfortably. 14 is a lot to lay. They should cover it, but you know how I feel about double-digit spreads. Probably not going to lay the 13.5 myself, but Cleveland definitely wins. I probably tease the points down a little bit on Cleveland. If you got the nuts to lay the 13.5, lay the 13.5 because Cleveland definitely wins this game tonight. I don't think Detroit's going to be able to keep up in Cleveland. Cleveland balls at home. That's what we know. They go crazy at home. So give me Cleveland tonight. Next game up, it's the Clippers versus the Washington Wizards in Washington. Clippers on a little road stance lately. They played their last I want to say like 5 games on the road, maybe 6. Um, I'm sorry, they played their last 3 on the road. This will be their 4th straight road game. Um, it's a bounce back game for them. They're 8-3 over their last 11. So I mean, it's a bounce back game for them today. They're gonna beat the shit out of the Washington Wizards. Um, I don't trust Washington to cover. Washington right now, I mean, they're not a terrible cover team. They're actually the second best cover team on the road. They're 15-9-1 against the spread on the road. Um, Whereas the Clippers, they've been starting to get it together. They look pretty good. I hate to say it, but the Clippers right now are 14-9 against the spread. Um, I think it's a bounce back game for the Clippers. I think the Clippers beat them. Clippers cover, but again, it's a 12.5 point spread. Don't love it. I'll probably tease it down a few points, maybe 3 or 4 points. But Clippers win this game for sure. If you're thinking of a parlay, um, throw the Clippers on there. They're not losing tonight. So game up, it is the Sacramento Kings versus the Miami Heat. These Heat have been killing me lately. You guys know that's my favorite team, so sometimes I am biased when they do play. So you guys got to take that into consideration anytime the Heat are playing. Um, I do bet with my heart when it comes to them, which I probably shouldn't. But the Heat have lost their last six. They got to win. They got to win. They got to win eventually. And the Kings don't play any defense. I'm liking the lineup tomorrow for the Heat. Um, Everyone's there except for Duncan Robinson. Everyone's playing for the Kings, but the Kings don't play any defense at all. Miami plays defense. If there's a game that they can bounce back, get out of this funk that they're in, it's tonight against the Kings. And I know. Miami at home is not that good against the spread. They've been better on the road. They're 8-15 at home against the spread. And the Kings are the best team in the league on the road against the spread. They're 14-8-1 against the spread on the road. I'm gonna go with the Heat tonight, man. Y'all know me. I'm going with the Heat. If you're going with the Kings tonight, I get it. Heat have been in a slump, and the Kings are finally starting to get it together a little bit. I guess they won their last four in a row. This will be their fourth road game in a row, though. So, with that being said, I think it's probably a good spot for Miami tonight to get out of their funk. And with Sacramento being on their fourth road game in a row, give me the Heat tonight. Next game up, it is the Dallas Mavericks playing in Minnesota against the Timberwolves. Everyone's playing for the Timberwolves. Luka Doncic is out for the Dallas Mavericks. So obviously that is really big. And no Kyrie as well. So yeah, give me the Minnesota Timberwolves. You know, at home is where they play their best at. They won their last game against Oklahoma City in Oklahoma City. And now they get to go back home where they play their best at. And this should be an easy win for them tonight. So give me the this should be an easy win without Luka and Kyrie, especially at home. They're first place in the West right now. They want to continue growing that number so they can maintain that first place lead. They're 11-2-8 against the spread at home. Yeah, it's easy for me. Give me the Timberwolves tonight. 13.5 spread is very large once again, but they should cover that at home tonight with no Kyrie, no Luka. So yeah, you could lay the 13.5 or tease it down a couple of points. Either way, it's the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight. Next game up, it is the Denver Nuggets versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is probably going to be the best game of the night. Oklahoma City -1 right now. They're at home. And you know, Oklahoma City Thunder at home is the third best cover team in the league at home. They're 16-7 against the number at home. Last game they played against the Timberwolves, they were battling it out. They were battling it out for first place in the Western Conference, and they lost. But they were on the back end of a back-to-back with travel that night, so should be a different game tonight. But Denver, it's hard to bet against Denver. But there are a few game time decisions in this game, so we're gonna have to wait till game time to actually make a final play in this game. Nikola Jokic is game time decision for the Denver Nuggets. He's questionable. So obviously that is really, really big. And then on the other side for OKC, SGA is questionable, Dort is questionable, and Chet is questionable. All three of those guys need to be playing tonight. Well, at least Chet and SGA need to be playing tonight, if they're going to win this game against Denver. If Joker is playing, give me the Nuggets tonight. Give me the Nuggets. Next game up, it is the New Orleans Pelicans playing in Houston against the Rockets. The Pelicans, everyone seems to be playing, I believe. Let me make sure. Yep, Herb Jones is questionable, but everyone else is playing. Brandon Ingram, C.J. McCollum, Zion, and Valanciunas. They're all playing. Everyone's playing for Houston as well. And we know Houston is one of the best teams at home also. Houston is 16-8-1 against the spread at home. And the Pelicans, they play pretty good on the road, but they're the last two games, I think they lost. New Orleans, they're 12-9-1 against the spread on the road. They covered their last game against Boston. They didn't win though. Now they got to go to Houston, play against the Rockets. This is going to be a tough game. It's a good game, but I don't trust the Pelicans. I don't trust them on the road. And Houston at home is the only place that we bet on them. So give me Houston. We saw them beat the Lakers the other night with Anthony Davis and LeBron both on the floor, and they beat the shit out of them. So give me the Houston Rockets tonight, plus the 2.5. I even think they could probably win the game outright if you want to put something on the money line there for some plus money. But that's what I got for that game. I like the Rockets tonight. Next game up, it's the Orlando Magic playing the San Antonio Spurs in San Antonio. Magic laying 5 on the road. Let's take a look at this game real quick. Magic laying 5 on the road. Any injuries? Only Gary Harris is out for the Magic. Keldon Johnson and Zach Collins are both game time decision for the Spurs. On the road, the Magic, they haven't been the best team. They're night and day as far as home and away. At home, they're one of the best teams against the spread. I mean, on the road, they are too. Magic is just a pretty good team overall. So I'm all over the Magic tonight. Magic minus the 5. Magic money line. Doesn't matter. It's the Magic tonight. Next game up, it is the Phoenix Suns playing in Brooklyn against the Nets. And it is KD going back to Brooklyn. Ooh-wee. It should be a good game. Everybody's playing for the Phoenix Suns. And yeah, everyone is playing for the Phoenix Suns. Grayson Allen is game time decision. Phoenix is 10-11-1 against the spread on the road. And Brooklyn, only place we bet on Brooklyn is at home. Brooklyn is 14-8-1 against the spread at home. But Phoenix has been rolling, man. I can't lie. They've been rolling. They've been on a significant road stance, though, for a little while. This will be, I believe, this will be their 5th straight road game for Phoenix. They played Miami last game and they won in Miami. Now they're going to Brooklyn. I think it's a spot where they can beat them. Give me Phoenix tonight. Give me Phoenix money line minus the 3.5. It's Phoenix tonight. Next game up, last game of the evening. It is the Milwaukee Bucks in Portland against the Trailblazers. The Bucks laying 9.5 on the road. Damian Lillard going back to Milwaukee. They're gonna have a tribute video for him apparently. Short, quick, and easy. I am all over the Milwaukee Bucks tonight. Everyone's playing. Damian Lillard, Malik Beasley, Chris Middleton, Giannis, and Brook Lopez. They're all in tonight. Give me the Bucks tonight. I don't know if I'm going to lay the 9.5. You guys already know how I feel about laying double-digit spreads and laying that many points with the Bucks is probably a no-no. They're one of the worst cover teams in the league. They're 8-13 on the road against the spread. Probably not going to lay the points with them. I probably tease it down, cut it in half, to be honest. And Portland, on the other hand, they've been starting to get it together. They just beat Philly the other night. They blew the doors off of Philly. I think they beat them by like 24 or something like that. But they've been starting to get it together a little bit. But I don't think they got anything tonight for these guys. They're 10-11 against the spread at home. So give me the Bucks tonight. It's all about the Damian Lillard show tonight. Giannis and Dame get it done in Portland. Maybe the Portland plus 9.5 might not be a bad play if everyone's playing for Portland, which everyone does seem to be playing because the Bucks don't play any defense. So yeah, give me the Bucks money line, and that's what I got for you guys today. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Pay attention to the comments for any updates. There are going to be a couple of game time decisions, a couple of game time decisions. So, yeah, like, comment, subscribe. And tell me, don't fail me. Premium Parlay is available. The pick of the day is available. Make sure you guys subscribe. Let me know if you guys want to get on board with that, making people money every day. So let's get some money tonight.